Election is in Uganda here, and President Museveni was competing with the Dr. Pokawanga Semogereri. I was in P2. President came to Katosi, one of the areas I represent, and he promised the people of Kome a ferry. I was one of the kids who were lined along the road to sing and dance for the president. I danced dust off the ground, and the president promised us a ferry. I'm seeing people here thanking the minister for the ferry. 30 years down the road, will it be procedural right, Chair, that since the minister and NRM colleagues are going for a retreat, where I expect the president to be, will it be procedurally right if I use this platform to send my members and humbly remind the minister, to remind the president that there is a pledge he made in 1996, and remind him of a boy who danced for him when he was looking for campaigns, and he won in that area? Will it be procedurally right that I use this platform to send my people and the minister to remind the president of the pledge he made for the people of Kome to give them a ferry? Because I've read this document back to back, Kome is not considered. So many times I've approached the minister, he has promised me the ferry. What happened to the ferry of Kome? 30 years down the road.
Okay, thank you, Freddie. The best procedure would be that you also accompany these ones to Chang.
Compensation of the other loads. I didn't see because the PAPs in Kanungu, and the Honorable Minister came with a culture which is very good, and a producer, where we could convince people to give way as the government works. So now it is becoming a challenge for us leaders to continue convincing people when actually after convincing them, they don't pay them. But we go to pay on this Chila road, that money with the petrol station. We saw the money. So poor people are ignored. I don't know whether we are part of the racket to suffocate the poor people. Poor people give you way, you forget them, you go and pay these big people, probably whom you dine together. That is very unfair, Honorable Minister. So what is the plan for the PAPs on Kanungu Road? And Honorable Minister, I know you have love for tourism as a cash cow. I also want to know what is the fate of Katunguru Ishasha Road, which has been, one time we said it was, we were negotiating with the contractor. What happened? Did it fail? And what is the plan? And on that road, there is no compensation. The whole land is government. It's a national park. What is delaying us on that road? Also on the issue of tourism, I want to know the status of Kanungu International Airport. Was it a hoax or it was we need also to, I wanted the answer because it is within your realms of operation. Also I want to know the status of Kanyantologo Buhoma, the tourism road, and Kerere Kanungu. Kanyantologo, Butogota, Buhoma, Kerere Kanungu. Recently, where I saw the minister saying the contractor had signed the agreement. I don't know whether it was also a political gimmick or what. We need to know. On page 9, on this paper, I also want to know what is embedded in this national transport regulation taking 51.61 billion. What is embedded? What is that it entail? I think those are my concerns, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Engineer Kankwasa, where have you taken the minister? No, you went with him. Kindly, engineer locate the minute. I saw you going with him. So, colleagues, colleagues, as we before Commissioner comes in, there is a person whose job must be respected. So there he is.
Stand up. Yes. Okay, we shall come together as a team and we keep the smiles. It's not a punishment. We enjoy it together. Look, one, two, three, four, all of us, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, all of us on our toes. The Ministerial says that of his wealth. So we respect this parliament. Okay, we come together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16.
Number plates, I don't want to go there. There was somebody who wanted to go there. Honorable Cooper wanted to go there, and I said we should not go there because the digital number plate is a topic on its own. It has its own issues, and it's a hoax. You people, issues of digital number plates. A chair says we need an explanation, but the chair is going to put it better. Areas, we are losing money. We are losing money, and I think when we have a candid discussion with the Minister of Finance, we must be open. We are losing money unnecessarily. We spend money on things that don't add value and leave things that cost the country. Why don't we prioritize that area? SGR, the other day was asking, where is the Honorable Byanyima? I was asking Honorable Byanyima. I didn't see the loan of SGR in the Committee of Finance of National Economy. Where did it pass? I see SGR being launched. I see the President on the launch. I see Minister of Works on the launch. I see the thing taking off. But I've not seen the loan in the committee. Where did it pass? Did it pass in another committee where I don't belong? Oh, no, the budget committee has no powers. It's the Committee of National Economy where I belong, but I didn't see it, but I've kept it quiet. I already see it. I don't want to repeat the issue of civil aviation, issue of Uganda Airline. I don't want to make a comment about Uganda Airline. You people in Uganda Airline, instead of bringing the breed and the energy that can bring Uganda Airline to life, you are now taking us in the ages of 1960s. I don't want to go there. These are experienced members of the board. We want you to be board members. We want you to advise. But when the issue comes to the ED, we need energetic people. Don't bring us people of the 1920. Anyway, I don't want to go there. We have enough. In Uganda, you want to tell me that in Uganda we don't have the expertise that can make something better? Honorable Minister, everybody was failing to handle the way you are handling it. Did we import you from Ethiopia? But you are doing good work. You see the energy we have in Asia. There are only a few potholes that are failing, but the other parts you are doing well. It's only Ham who is failing you to handle because he's above somewhere. But some parts, me I'm happy. Some parts are moving, some parts are not moving, but we shall be there. Then, Honorable Commissioner Kotushavemi, we shall discuss the driving permits. We shall discuss off record the issue of driving. I don't want to put it here. So let us have the minister as we move and.
Okay. Yeah.
Engineer one, we are going to handle off record.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I'll have some of them answered by me, and some of them are.
Honorable Minister.
Yes, sir.
Is KCC a part of the integrated transport system and therefore part of
Yes.
this document?
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Is it there? KCC.
Under budget BFP.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll respond some and then others. Engineer Mchaba, you respond about the issue to do with the dock and the dredger. Katravi will respond about the issue of road safety, but on that issue of the Masaka incident, I think we also sometimes become irresponsible. How do you leave Masaka by 3 and you want to be in Entebbe airport to catch a flight at 7? Sometimes we blame the road, but sometimes we also have to be responsible. PS you'd answer about the debt levels, but I think we have talked a lot about those. Engineer Wani, you'll talk about Wizwera and Sika, and I think that's what. Now I will start with the last one, Honorable Barimwezo. In the year KCCA wrote to UNRA, then asking them to surrender the roads as follows: Nsambia Gaba Munyonyo and Kibuye Salama Munyonyo roads, and also Kibuye Busega road. They all should be transferred to KCCA. 2015. So you are doing exactly what was passed on to you by this letter by then the Executive Director, Madam J. Semakula Musisi. So those roads are now under you, and so since you are mayor now, you're mayor then of Nakawa. Now, Natete Nakauka, we are working. The slow progress is because of land acquisition. Again, a matter we have talked about in this committee, money for land acquisition. Yes, we would love to have all the projects paid 100%, but money for land acquisition is still a challenge. I'll answer that with Ntoroko, Karugutu Ntoroko. Karugutu Ntoroko have already paid 85%. If your two titles are not in the 85%, I think we're about 15%, which will soon finish. But otherwise, as of now, there's no reason why the contractor should not be on site, but we're finalizing some things with the contractor, the bank, and Ministry of Finance. That's why the contractor is not on site. The contractor is AFCON, is already identified to be on site. On the SPA, Kabuja SPA, on Natete, that one will be worked on the Natete complex, the Natete Nakauka complex. That road is that complex 72 kilometers, and it covers Kisubi Nakauka, Nakauka Natete, Nakauka that Natete SPA, which goes to the petrol station, and then Nakauka to Kasanje Buwaya, Kasanje Mpiji, and also Nakauka to Chikondo in Katende. Don't come this side, stay there. Mtiaba, you answer the ferry issue. Come ferry. We have not yet done the big ferry, but we are in the process of giving you a 60-passenger lift for now, as we prepare for the big ferry. Kumiserere Kagwara, I think Isaac will talk to it. I think we are more or less done with that one. And so is Katine Ochero.
Chair, if you just allow me just to ride on the ferries.
Honorable Kupa, again, don't go in many words.
No. Chair, Honorable
Bukasa compensation. Bukasa, we have compensated these people, as it says, up to 98%. Government has even gone further to find land for them. In addition to the compensation in Kichusa, they've given them land where each one of them is supposed to be allocated land. We are doing the road network in that land, together with the Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development. They are stubborn people who don't want to leave, but they have been compensated. So those ones will be forced to leave because the government project has moved so much. If you go there now and you see the dredging and surcharging which has been done, the area is ready for the second phase of construction. So Bukasa people, they have no reason why they should not leave. About the road, I don't know which road was closed, but if there was it was that road network inside the Bukasa, yes, it was because of those stubborn people. One of them is, I think, somebody who had a factory, quote unquote, which was producing some funny kombucha or something like that, and he doesn't want to leave. But all those who are supposed to be compensated were compensated. Some refused to take the compensation. We told them, you go to court, and if court awards you, then we shall compensate you. So those who are still remaining are those who have deliberately refused to take the compensation. But the few people cannot delay a government project of that magnitude because, as you have been observing, the roads are already overwhelmed. We need to move cargo away from the road to water and rail. About Kasese.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. I want to thank you for being generous, really. After compensating people, you even give them land, free land. That's very good. I have seen it in Uganda. But also, I wanted to tell you, Honourable Minister, you interest yourself on that area because I know you are busy, but that road was closed off by the consultant. I mean, the company that is working for the government, not anybody else. And it was closed off.
The one going into the project area?
There was a road in between the Bukasa the port area, which is for the government and then for the people. Then when we were fencing off, they fenced off the whole road, so people don't have access at all.
Okay, we shall follow it up.
Thank you
on that one. About roads, Honourable Chair, sometimes I fear to talk about roads because whenever I talk about roads, it's like I'm opening a Pandora. Everybody will ask about his road, my road, that road. Even today we have said we are going to concentrate on ongoing projects, but again, you have heard everybody asking for this road, that road, and this road. But I want to be very clear, honourable members. There are roads which are already, which may not have, we have not yet possibly put the grader on site, but they are already in the implementation stages, like with Wera and Sika. That's in the implementation stage. Ishaka Katunguru, Katunguru Ishasha, that road we are going to maintain as good maram for now. Yes, there was a contractor who was identified, but government doesn't have money is not ready to borrow to do that road as a tarmac road. The next roads which are going to get good attention, funds allowing, are the tourism roads in the circuit, in the Bwindi circuit. Those ones are going to be attended to because they are they lead to the cash cow, which is the tourism. But otherwise, as of now, we are going to, as I said, we are going to concentrate on those projects which are ongoing so that we complete them. On the issue of, so that answers the Kanungu, the Katungu, Rishasha, Kanyantorogo, Butogota, those ones. Now the airport at Nyamirima, no, the other one at the Kanungu. The Kanungu airport, we are still waiting for one of your prominent persons who has the land titles. That airport has been identified for investment. The investors are ready to construct the airport, but we don't have the land titles. We have even asked for photocopies of the land titles, but we have not yet got them. We were supposed to do the airport at Rentovo, but then it was found that Rentovo is so close to the other airspace that once you take off, you're in the other airspace. But the one in Kanungu is feasible, but we don't have the land titles. It's not government land.
Thank you very much. One, there is something we need to interrogate further, probably the interministerial collaboration. The Minister of State for Planning gave a statement that the money for Kanyantologo, Buhoma, and the Kanu Kerere had already been earmarked, and the contractor had signed the contract.
Well, we are waiting.
So we don't know, because they can't sign it without your involvement. But also, sir, to complete the circuit, why the tourists are going to Rwanda are that from Mugahinga to Ishasha for climbing lions, they use almost 280 kilometers. Now, they prefer to go to Rwanda, which is shorter, and enjoy. So it is in our interest that we complete that circuit, including Katungu Rishasha, because there are also these unique animals in Mitoma. Yeah. And Honorable Minister, when you do that, you have prepared enough for Uganda to finance itself.
Honorable, I'm very willing to do that. The good thing, we are going to have an interaction with the Minister of Finance. Because all we need is the confirmation of the money.
Honorable Minister, allow me to have my leaders in Kanungu have an interaction with you on issue of the airport, because everything, as far as we know, is sorted.
Okay.
But there could be some roadblocks somewhere which are not within our okay, within our reach.
Kampala Ginger Rehabilitation, Isaac, you may talk to that later on as you respond. With Wade and Sika, is it in the new projects, or, as I've said, that is part of ongoing projects, so it had already entered that phase. CAA debts, why are government entities owing CAA money? I think this is a matter which we have again discussed even with the honorable member here, Honorable Chivalia here, and the team. And at one time, we had even proposed to Minister of Finance to deduct money from source so that they pay CAA instead of the money going to the entities and then they pay CAA. Of course, I would have loved to see CAA paid, but again, some of the debts are not, I'm not sure whether we shall even have them recovered, like the UN debts, because I think there was some agreement, diplomatic agreement, which meant that the UN headquarters UN facility would stay here on condition that they were given some privileges, and I think some of them about the aviation.
Clarification.
We are not going to return the line which was eaten away, quote unquote, by Ugandans. We are going to do standard gauge. So the feasibility study is on to do the line from Kampala to Kasese, Kasese Mpondwe, and then Kasese down to Milama Hills. For Port of Undibujo, I thought we had Kodrosis on that road for rehabilitation. They're mobilizing. Yeah, we have a company called Kodrosi which is going to be rehabilitating that road. The bridges in Vunjuju, I'll find out from Okuro, then I'll update you. I think, sir, that is what I had to respond to. If you allow, sir, maybe PS could talk about the dates when he talks about the Buzuwera and Sika and rehabilitation of Ginger Road and where we are with the Kampala Ginger Expressway.
Honorable Minister, I try to avoid personal concerns, but maybe also update us on Kazo Chejegwa.
Kazo Chegegwa. Kazo. Kazo Kawagore Chegegwa, we are right now doing good maintenance. I think it's well maintained, but it's in plan. We are still the money. But it's among the, actually it's a long road, as you know, it is called the Liberation Road. It goes beyond Chegegwa, Puyo and the rest, but we have not yet farmed the money with the finance.